Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Creamy has announced plans to build a new power plant which will help the company reduce its electricity cost. The new plant will operate on liquefied natural gas, LNG. Local ice cream company Creamy is looking for a new way to slash its electricity cost. The company plans to take advantage of liquefied natural gas, LNG, which is a cleaner and cheaper energy source.
The installation of an LNG fuel CHP plant will both reduce our energy costs, which continue to rise per gallon of output, and also reduce our carbon footprint. We are working to execute this installation as soon as we are able to satisfy all the regulatory requirements.
General Manager Ryan Peralta did not disclose how much the project will cost, noting that it's still in the early stages of development.
In dialogue with the JPS, Caribbean Cream is working to install a combined heat and power, or CHP, plant in order to save on our energy costs. Refrigeration is a major user for our kind of business, and as such, we have to maintain a reliable cold chain with a reliable electricity supply at competitive costs.
In the meantime, Creamy reported a $38 million increase in profit for the first half of this financial year. Mr. Peralta says this was partly due to new measures implemented because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The team was able to source raw materials at stable prices, despite higher depreciation costs and charges associated with IFRS 16, our operating expenses decreased by 2%. This is mostly due to the slashing of the marketing budget related to COVID and the implementation of a shared service agreement with our related company, Scoops Unlimited.
Supreme Ventures has raised $3 billion through a private bond placement which matures in 2025. Speaking with the Financial Week today, SVL Chairman Gary Peart outlined how the company plans to use the funds.
We've acquired a couple companies over the last year and a half, and most of the acquisitions we have done it out of our own cash. So we've raised this bond to replenish our cash reserve. So because of the nature of the transactions, we chose to use our cash to fund the transaction, because then we figured at a later date we could raise cash to substitute. So we have additional stuff that we're doing as we roll out the different subsidiaries, and if any future acquisitions come up, we can always use the monies for that. But the primary purpose was to replenish our cash reserves that we use for those transactions.
Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $145.19. The Canadian dollar sold for $110.93. The pound is going for $191.07, while the euro closed at $174.48. The JSE index gained 2,845 points today, and the junior market index is up 10 points. Among the winners were Caribbean Cream, Knoxford Express, Radio Jamaica, iCreate, and C&WJ Cooperative Credit Union deferred shares. Now on the losing side were Caribbean Assurance Brokers, Express Catering, Trans-Jamaican Highway, Mayberry Jamaican Equities, and Cygnus Credit Investments US dollar shares. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Good evening.